watching the sun go down over the lake that we're parked at for the night. It is absolutely beautiful here. And today we're going to do a tour of Sandy and her van. Knock, knock.
Hi, Mona.
Hey, Sandy. Was that your first knock?
That was my first knock.
Hey, Blue.
Hey, Blue.
How are you? Yeah. How are you? Tell us the story of Blue.
Blue was found 8.5 years ago as a 6-month-old puppy in Maine in the mountains. Somebody had abused and abandoned him and left him in the woods. They had, I believe, taped his muzzle shut. That's what they believe. Hey, Blue, can Mama see? Can you see the...
Yeah, she's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was found and brought into the animal hospital in Bethel. And when they were looking for adopters a month later, we were chosen to be his family. He just turned 9 in April.
So tell us about your Instagram.
Maine Blue Dog, M-A-I-N-E, Blue Dog. He has like, I don't know, 8,000 or so followers that still, after all these years, still follow him. And this is our second meetup. We went to Florida in February, and he's a great traveler. He's a great companion to have on the road. And we've just been exploring Maine with you and some other wonderful ladies. And that's coming to an end because I have another trip.
And we're going to miss you.
I'm going to miss
We're going to miss you and Blue.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to tell us a little bit about your setup here?
This is a 2017 Toyota Sienna. It's there's not really a build here. This was kind of thrown together in February, and then it was kind of edited a little bit for this trip. I would like a build, like one of those beds that go into sofa mode, to allow more floor space for Blue. This works. It's he's a big boy, and we manage.
I have seen his laying habits, and he takes up the whole bed.
He does. Hey, Blue, you want to come up here so Mona can see you? Come on. I know you.
He just wants his toy. To be starved like he was, he doesn't seem to have food aggression.
He really has no emotional scars. He's not food aggressive. He's not really a barker. He lets me do anything. If you follow his Instagram, I can dress him up. I can do pretty much anything. Just since COVID, especially the last couple of years when he had a big surgery, he's had a lot of surgery, but he's a little hand shy, and I do tell people that, and he proves me wrong, and they've had him like these two wonderful people that just stopped in, but I have to advocate for him and just say, please, let him come to you and get to know you.
Right. That's what I do when I'm around. He'll come to me and he'll want to give me a kiss, but I don't force on him.
And he may be fine. He's only like backed up a couple of times to say, I'm not sure about you.
Right.
Not you, but somebody else.
Somebody else.
I just still have to be, I don't want to set him up to fail. And,
right.
Anyway, but he's a good boy.
And it seems to me that I've watched y'all. You take pictures to post on Instagram of him, and it seems like to me you're giving him sign language.
He's not really been trained, but he does. He's very stubborn. He is a guy. It's selective hearing sometimes, but no, he does. I do know some sign language, and my other dog did. He was so under total voice control that he would look to me and I would sign. I had my own sign, but he does know some if I can get his attention. Yeah. I don't know if it's dog training sign language, but it works for us.
It's what happens between you two.
Yeah.
It's a connection with you two that I have seen. Yeah.
So this is, I have a little cabinet in the back, which is if you can kneel in or you can see, that's a little kid's kitchen, and it's solid maple, And it actually holds a lot of, well, it has food, but it also has like dishes and stuff. And under the bed is where I kind of shove, you know, baskets and bins like a lot of people do. And I do have a little potty.
Yes, I was going to ask about that because most everybody asks about your potty. This is your potty right here?
Yeah, it's, you know, I don't really use it for the number 2 potty, but I do just have like a Folgers coffee bucket that I just call my pee bucket.
Nice.
And I have another one here. The blue one is just like, you call it gray water. I guess it's just like toothpaste,
yeah,
know,
that kind
clean
of thing.
water, or from dishes and stuff.
And then you have blues,
and I have
food and water.
Most everything in here, I have to say, is probably thrifted, like from the Goodwill. Yeah, I'm everything I look at, other than the potty and my pillows and that sort of thing. Everything else is. Oh, we're not going to destroy that baby.
And right. I see you have just a little Jackery. Is that a 250?
It's a 350, I
350?
believe. Yes.
Okay. And that runs everything?
Well, it's just my devices and my laptop and my phone. My fan, charge my USB fan. I have my solar light, but that just goes in the front window. I'm trying to think what else. You know, I have my butane stove down here, which fills up the crack. You know, there's always this bigger crack. So I have a big pillow that I put here, but the butane stove is down there, and my little utensils and my little would you? Oh, black fly. We don't want you there. Lots of that. You know, this is my like nightstand type of thing. I call this my little desk. I have stamps and cards that I need to send on the road. Glasses. I have my speaker here. Everybody's got one of those.
JBL?
Yeah. My little
and your little trash can right there.
Yeah. I have a very small cooler. I would like to have something. Okay, we're done. We're done. Mommy's got to do some surgery on that little guy. Blue does like to sleep up front. Right now I do have water and drinks.
Let me come over here.
But I built a platform for up here that does house a lot of his food and stuff, and it keeps him from falling down in the crack.
Oh, yeah.
I have a windbreaker here, but this has like his food and treats and extra leashes, so it fits in a milk crate.
Right in the floorboard, and then it makes a platform for him to lay on.
Yes, and these things usually are in the back, but for the filming purposes, I've just shoved everything up here.
Yeah.
You know how that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You remember this lovely bat we got at the Thomaston prison showroom.
Yes.
So I have a little table, which I haven't used. I do have a lawn chair in the back. Very, like one of the beach chairs. And my clothes, which I can show you, it's not the best setup, but you know those zipper flat bags that you...
Yeah.
What are they called? For when you go on a plane. Those are underneath a blanket over there. Cubes.
Packing cubes, yeah.
So each one has a set of certain items, so it makes it easy to access it. It works.
Yeah. You have done well on this trip with what you have.
Because I took all the seats out. There were a second row and a third row. So that's where the little tiny cooler is sitting. And I do have like the collapsible dish pans, which help with cleaning up. And yeah, everything works okay. It's not perfect, but I am looking forward to having a real van build.
And are you planning on going full time?
No. If I had something like you, I could go longer and more often. But I have my family and my mom, and I need to be closer to home. It must be nap time.
It must be nap time.
He'll stay in here all day. He's been playing with the other dogs, which has been great. Look at this
And
view.
and the view that we have had
Look at
last
the
night
view.
is just
Oh,
absolutely
the
gorgeous.
sunset.
Last
And
night, yeah.
Butterflies have been coming on the lilacs.
And you got you some.
I got my little coffee station.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I got it at the Goodwill, and I just made the coffee. I wrote the coffee and tea to hold my
Oh, you did that?
French press. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that little bag there holds like my pajamas and things woolly socks, things I need quickly to get to. And I do have screens. There are a lot of black flies here last night, so I put the big canopy screen on the back and one on this window, which did help.
And hygiene.
Hygiene. That big collapsible, not the little tiny one, but this one, can easily wash up. I've actually, believe it or not, we have a lambsie's ear. I have actually stood up over it and washed up in that. I usually do my hair separately, you know.
Me too.
I don't do it at the same time. It uses a lot of water you have to heat up. That has worked great. I do have in the back, I did buy a little kid swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
It has 3 little individual blow-ups. You don't have to do, I've only done 2 rings, and I can put it here. It's wide enough. I heat up the water, and I do have, it used to be on the canopy of you know, the kid's bed, that netting. And I have it here, and I put a bungee cord across, and it hangs over with a shower curtain on it with rings. And I can when I was doing my hair, but then I decided it's quicker and easier to do the body. And I just bend the little pool and dump it in the gray water and then dispose of it.
Nice.
I used it a few times, it worked great, but I also have done that, the in-betweens.
Yeah.
I haven't had a problem.
That's awesome.
It's been really
you
great.
learn to make do, and you
adapt.
realize that it doesn't take 10 hours in a shower to get clean.
That's right.
You can do it with a gallon of water.
I've not had any problem. The ice in the cooler, and that I don't love, and that will be something I'll research.
Get a small refrigerator.
Yeah, something. I'm not thrilled about the ice, but it's worked for 3 weeks.
You do what you got to do.
You do what you got to do.
Well, we have really enjoyed having you and Blue tag along with us on this trip.
Oh, I'm gonna
it has been an epic trip up the coastline of
I
Maine.
really wanted to go to Fort Kent, and I will, but when you guys come back through, give me a...
We're going to pick you up.
Yeah. What a nice ending to my trip. This spot was...
Yes.
This is Topsfield? I think it's Topsfield.
It's Topsfield, Maine. I forget the name of the lake.
East Musquash.
East Musquash Lake in Topsville, Maine.
It's lovely.
It's been a great, and it's just a little roadside area with a couple of picnic tables and covers with a lake view. And Blue says, "Are y'all done? I'm ready for a nap." I will link Sandy and Blue's Instagram in the description, and y'all can go follow her and Blue's adventures. And she takes a lot of pictures of him and the adventures, and he's come from being homeless and abused to having a loving home and well taken care of. And he's just been a perfect little gentleman on this trip. Y'all, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.
Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. And shadows and gloom are all that you see. We'll find a place where we can be free. From the mountain top down to the deep